what it do, gon' tell me how you feel. Chillin' with the big dog, giving you the real deal. No lies or gimmicks, keep it authentic. It's time to turn up, yeah, it's time to get it. Hey.
What's up, guys? This is Big Dog in the house with another podcast. Unfortunately, I wanted to come, which I did come super early. And I left my laptop so you could hear clearer than what I'm going to do just right off the rip. But fuck it, let's get to the podcast. Today's podcast is called Perception. The perception that we portray and the perception that we perceive to be is not true. What we put out, what we show to others, none of it is true. And the majority of where we show all this stuff to people is social media. We show things that are fake, things that will eventually come around and hurt us. Perception leads us to what we were talking about last week, and last week we were talking about how our emotions were, how we feel, and basically we were talking about mental health. And that leads to what we're talking about today. Because we aren't okay. Why aren't we okay? Because we want to portray something that we're not. We want people to like us. We want people to see us in a different way. We don't want to be ourselves because we think that ourselves isn't good enough. And that's why we show what we're truly not. Have you ever heard that saying that sometimes the one that's really quiet and really nice and really nerdy and all that other stuff is the most evil person you'll ever find? They're the ones who do drugs, smoke, party, do all these things, but they do it quietly. They don't show who they truly are. And unfortunately, why does mental health go into perception? Because we're not happy with ourselves. Like I said, most of us are lonely. We want to be liked. We want to be loved. We want people to like us. We want to be like others. Because we can't accept ourselves for who we are. We can't make ourselves what we want. So we go on social media and we look at others, and in our mind, we want to be like that. And I said on the last podcast that 99% of those people are unhappy. So why would you want to be like that? You know why? Because you want it for the moment. You want that self-gratification. You want to feel good for that moment. Do you know that people at the end of the day, when you don't have anything, they run away? You know that people don't really care about how you feel. Everyone is out for their own needs. That word, I want, that's what the majority of the people are here for, because they want something. What do you want? What is your perception of yourself? What is your perception of your life? It's unfortunate that a very big number of us, we portray something that we're not, and we're really fake. And it's only simply because we're unhappy. We don't feel good with our surroundings. We might not come from a wealthy family. We might come from a wealthy family and we don't want people to know that. We want to be just like everyone else. It goes both ways, you see. The poor guy wants to be the rich guy, and the rich guy wants to be the poor guy. Because that rich guy is unhappy and just wants regular friends. And that poor person wants to have everything in his hands and all the glory and wants to have all the fame. They both are the same. The both of you are unhappy. And that's what the perception is. Who are you? Who are you trying to portray? Who are you trying to fool? Do you know that it's inevitable that it'll eventually come back? The world is a circle. Everything comes back around. We all know the saying that karma's going to bite you in the ass eventually. Your lies catch up with you. Eventually your lies become your reality. You start to lie so much because it fits that world. Because that lie when you look into someone's eyes, their eyes light up. So you continue with that same lie. And you move on to the next and the next and the next. And you see the same reactions from everyone. So you stick with it. Because that lie is what makes you, either they feel sorry for you, it uplifts you, it motivates you, it makes you feel good, because you have an audience. They're paying attention. And that's what everybody wants. Every single one of us wants an audience. If you ever notice, that's what we do. We go to shows, we go to concerts, comedy clubs. Wherever you go, you're going to see someone, and you are that audience. And that's what you want in your life. All of us. We want an audience. It's like having a business, having a gym. Your audience is your customers. How you treat them, how you act, how you make them feel when they come to your place. Because this is your show. And those are your audiences coming into your place. You get it? So no matter what you do, we are all looking for an audience. Because in order for you to be successful, you need to be truthful. And with truth comes success. When you're not truthful, you fail. People leave, they disappear. Because they only believe the lie for so long. Eventually, they'll catch on. So, when we spoke about that topic last week, about mental health, and how we feel lonely and everything like that, and now that we're talking about perception, a lot of things go into what we were talking about last week. It's all about how we feel. You know why we want an audience? Or why our perception is a lie? Because sometimes when you talk to people or when you talk to someone, they're really not listening. You remember when I told you that I love listening to people? I love listening to their problems. I love to help them. See, if I listen to someone, they're going to leave here today a better person for tomorrow. They're going to walk out of that place and they're going to say, at least one person hurt me. And every day, no matter if they come and talk to me, that one person is going to feel good. Simply because maybe I changed their life. I saved their life. But we don't think about that. We're very selfish. The human is a me factor. It's an I factor. And you know, they always say that there's no I in team. Unfortunately, in the real world, humans are all about themselves. They're not about others. Some are, but not the majority. People want to be heard. You ever hear when you're talking in a group, or no, you are speaking and all of you are amongst each other just talking, and everyone is listening. Someone comes from outside screaming. It's the same way if a person walks into a place and they scream out loud, they're looking for attention. They want to be heard. They want an audience. They want to take away, and this happens a lot. You can have a place, so you're the owner, any one of you, of your own place. And every time you're there, you're happy, you're making your people feel great, you're making your audience feel good, and everyone's laughing and giggling. That one person comes from outside, screaming at the top of their lungs so they can be heard, so that the full attention can be reverted this way. But that attention is only reverted for this way for milliseconds. It goes right back to you. Because that person that was seeking attention, making themselves, trying to be heard, known, isn't anybody. It's only for that 1 second that they're looking for that self-gratification. That turn around and go right back. It's so that that person can feel good about themselves. They're insignificant is the word. That's what the person is. Insignificant. And people already know that because certain people do that all the time. They want to be heard. They want to be known. Shout, scream. You know, any person that is always shouting, screaming, making noise, they're seeking attention. You know why they do that? It's because they're hurting inside. They have so many things going on inside of themselves that it balls up. You ever see that when no one pays attention to you, when you're trying to be heard, or you're trying to tell somebody something, and your significant other, whoever, your mother, your father, your sister, your brother, no one is paying attention to you, your friends, nothing. You're trying to get something across, so you ball it up and your throat hurts. It hurts inside your esophagus, and you swallow and it hurts and it clenches, and you grind your teeth. That feeling, that's pain. So since none of those things worked, and it didn't work out for you, you give off a different perception of yourself. Because you want to be heard. You don't want to be that same person. You don't want to be that quiet person anymore. So you go out and start doing things that you're going to regret. Because later on in time, you're going to say to yourself, look at all the stupid shit that I did. Look at all the stupid things that I did to get attention. And still no one cared. But I'm going to be me. I'm going to be myself. I'm going to stop perceiving to be someone I'm not. I hope it's not too late. I hope you can change that before it becomes too late. Because living a life of a lie is sad. It's painful. It's hurtful. It's where most of us take our lives. Because no one ever heard us. No one ever paid attention to us. If you want to be heard, you got to do it in the right way, not in the wrong way. It's not about hanging around the wrong crowd. It's about finding your own niche, finding your own way. Who fits in your world? Who fits in your circle? There's a person out there for everyone, ladies and gentlemen. It takes time. I've told you that already before. I'm going to leave you there. Change your perception about yourself, about your lives, about others. Open yourself up. Talk to someone. I'm here. This is Big Dog, always kicking you the real deal. I hope you have a beautiful day. And like I always like to say, bada boom, bada bang, chugga chung, chicka chang. And I'm out.
What it do? Gon' tell me how you feel. Chillin' with the big dog, giving you the real deal. No lies or gimmicks, keep it authentic. It's time to turn up, yeah, it's time to get it. Hey.